Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and pleased to be, it's Debsy. Boop, boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Saturday. Oh, it's the weekend. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. You did not get video from me last night because I felt terrible. I mean, physically terrible, and mentally I did not feel so great yesterday. So I took the day off yesterday. It did me good because I'm feeling much better. I was productive today. I'll get into that tomorrow. I feel better. And listen, I finally finished watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City part 3 of their finale, of their season 4 finale. So let us get into it, because there's a lot to cover. I got a lot to say about this. So I want to start it off by something funny. They were talking about things at the end of the episode. They were talking about, like, what was your warm and fuzzy and what was your cold and prickly. And at the end, one of the things that Meredith said was the butter. And then they said something about it in the beginning. They had said that that Meredith actually took the butter, and that she spent however long shaking that damn mason jar. And she took it when they went to a restaurant, and she played it and said, "Could you serve this hand-churned butter that I churned myself?" Listen, if I took the time to shake that mason jar for that long and it turned into butter, you're damn right I would take that, and I would plate that, and I would have everybody in the world try it, because I have no upper body strength. I have no lower body strength. I have no body strength. So kudos for Marilyn, for Meredith to be able to do that, because I couldn't. They were also talking about, they were showing some of, like, the different games that they played. And one of the games, that they had in Palm Springs was the drag, when they stayed at the Trixie Motel, and they had the drag competition. And Lisa had the freak out where she was like, I'm not gonna do my own makeup, and I have glam hair, and she freaked out. We find out Lisa hasn't done her makeup since 2019. And she says that she can't see when she's doing makeup, like she can't see to do her own makeup. So I don't know if that's true, but she does it. She has it constantly. She calls it glam and go. And she says, listen, I wouldn't mind being like Lisa Barlow, because she says she's going to die in glam and cloaked in diamonds. Oh, woo. I am probably going to die just like this and cloaked in cubic zirconias, maybe. No. Or these earrings, probably these earrings and this necklace. So there we go. And this is nowhere near diamonds. It's from Walmart. Mary, they addressed Mary's comment on Watch What Happens Live. When Mary was on Watch What Happens Live, which was disastrous, she was on with Z-Way, and it was just not great. I thought it was body shaming, and a lot of other people obviously did, because a fan wrote in about it, and they had brought up on this episode Mary's body shaming of Heather on Watch What Happens Live. They showed a picture of Heather in, like, a Gucci bustier, and she had said, I don't believe that's Gucci, because Gucci doesn't make size 14 in a bustier. And they were like, Heather, what do you think about this? Heather's like, we had talked about this, and I'm fine. I don't think she was body shaming me. It's fine. And Mary was like, I wasn't body shaming her. That's not what it was about at all. And as a matter of fact, you look fantastic today. I mean, good thing that I said that you look terrible, because you look great today. I don't buy that. I do believe that she was body shaming her. I mean, she's the same person that said she looks inbred. Yeah. I think she was body shaming her. Like, I think listen, I get it that Mary Cosby Mary Cosby is there for comedic relief. And I appreciate it sometimes. Sometimes I do appreciate the lightness and the comedy that she brings to the show. But it has been more than one time that she has made comments about people's weight. Yeah, I think you were body shaming people. But hey, what do I know? I mean, as someone who has lived as a fat woman her entire life, who has been body shamed by a lot of people, I know what it feels like. So then it was the bathroom break. All the ladies get up, except for Monica, and she sits there with Andy. It doesn't look like they really appear to talk much. So there's that. Next up is what we have been waiting for. Talk about the Bermuda trip and reality Von Tease. They said, so Andy had asked Monica, are you reality Von Tease? She said, I am part of it. I am a part of it. I didn't start it, but I am a part of it starting in 2021. And at that time, she wasn't working for Jen, and she had already given her statement to the FBI against Jen. She said that it was started to bring down Jen and to also show everybody how Jen had treated her employees and how she treated people. She said it wasn't started to hurt the ladies. But then we find out that she reposted a lot of what was said. Like, one of the things that was said was supposedly a quote from Jen about Heather and how she looked. She didn't say mannish. She said another word. I just don't want to use it because I just don't like the word. But that she looked mannish, and that the reason why she had put this out is because she wanted to show people how Jen talks about these women. And she reposted hundreds of things, negative, defamatory posts and items about the women. And I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand how she thinks that she is the hero. I mean, just because it didn't come out of your mouth and you didn't say it, you reposted it. So you reposting it is like your way of saying, I agree with you. Look, I'm gonna put this out there. I agree with you. I'm gonna put it out in the world so everybody else can see it, and it can make your life miserable. And you can possibly get more trolls from this. I don't understand how you would think that you're a hero from this. And I don't understand why she can't understand why they're mad at her. I mean, and it was almost like she was kind of expecting the women to like thank her for doing this, for getting this out here. I just did not understand that at all. And then it was what we were all waiting for. We were all waiting to see what was in this burn book. Now, I'm going to tell you, at first when I saw that it was a burn book, I was like, this had better not be a tie-in, like a cross promotion for the new Mean Girls movie, Mean Girls musical movie. And luckily it wasn't. I don't think it was, because directly before it and directly after it, there were no commercials for the movie. And if there were, I seriously, honestly, if I were the producers or anyone that worked on the Mean Girl movie, I would be pissed, because there was this promise that this was going to be amazing. It flopped. It was a huge flop. Like, when she first pulled it out, the look on Heather's face, she was shook. It looked like she was worried. And then everybody else was like, Meredith was like, what are we in? Are we in high school? And Lisa started laughing, and it was obviously, it was inspired by Mean Girls, and it was just so stupid. It was, it was a flop. It was a flop. And Monica, once again, Monica is really surprised that the women are pissed at her because she says, you guys were such fans of the page of Reality Wanties, and then they showed where Angie had commented on one of the posts. Monica then tried to say that she really did try and say that, well, Reality Wanties posted nice things about the ladies as well. But how many? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when you go good versus bad, negative versus positive, no, don't go there, because that was laughable. And then Monica said she, because Andy had said, do you want to be friends with these women? Did you want to be friends with these women, or do you want to be on the show? She's like, well, a little bit of both. If you knew that this secret that you have was going to come out, did you really think that these women would be friends with you? And the show, I mean, it's obvious she wanted to be on the show, and it's obvious her mother wanted to be on the show as well. Lisa Barlow, this was a good question from her. If you were so, and this was to Monica, if you're so noble, then why not lead with the fact that you were part of Reality Wanties? She says, you didn't, and you got busted, and then you had to cover your ass. And she's like, no, that's not it at all. And Andy was like, why didn't you first say this? And she said, well, I didn't lead with it, and I didn't tell anybody because we said we would take this to the grave. So that's why I didn't say anything. But wait a minute, a little bit more on that. Elisa also had brought up the leaked videos, and she was like, I wonder how these leaked videos got out there. Well, that's because Monica logged into Jen and Sharif's security system. Monica was like, that is not true. She asked me to set this up under my own name, and for me to have it installed and for it to be under my name. And so she did actually go in and she watched videos of Jen and Sharif and their day-to-day life. That's how she knew about Lisa Barlow and Snoop Dogg, which I think is awesome. Lisa then accused Monica of stalking Jen. And this next part was the funniest of the whole finale. Monica denies stalking her. And then Andy was like, well, what's the definition of stalking? Monica says, it's when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Which is exactly what she did, because Heather then showed videos of Monica and a friend, maybe Monica and her I don't know, somebody from Reality Wanties, or maybe that Koa, the guy who was her best friend and her designer. I think he's the guy who actually designed her dress for the finale. I don't know, but she was in the passenger seat, and she was like, she's like, we're on a stakeout, and I have my binoculars. In another video, she's like, don't you dare do that. I don't need a restraining order for stalking, and was laughing and everything. Listen, that right there, that's stalking. She's like, but it's not like I'm in high school. You can stalk anybody regardless of how old you are. Okay? It was stalking, but hold up. She then says that Monica then says she was told by the FBI to drive by so that she could find out if she was drinking and driving and, breaking her parole, whether or not she was violating her patrol. Once again, listen, does this make sense? the FBI, okay, trained government officials, the FBI is going to go to Monica Garcia, Fuller, Darnell, Julio Iglesias, however many names you got. They're going to go to Monica and be like, listen, we need your help in busting this lady. The FBI, they don't have their own people, so they're going to go to you. And all the ladies were laughing, and she was just getting pissed that they were all laughing. She's like, this is why there needs to be a burn book, is because you are so nasty. Because once again, the FBI sent a civilian out to do this work. And Andy was like, so what if she's just in her house drinking? And Andy then says, so they asked you to drive by. And she's like, I didn't say that. No. They didn't ask me to do that. You just said they did. You said that they did. I don't get it. And then Lisa Barlow, listen, in this little sequence here, Lisa Barlow was giving it up because she said, because then after a little bit, she had said, you guys brought her on knowing she fucking wanted to take every one of us out and nobody gives a fuck. She said it, and listen, I think Heather kind of agreed. And Andy says, no, nobody knew. If nobody knew, there's no way if we knew she would be on the show. Monica's like, I told casting on my first interview that, yeah, this is who I am. I'm going to tell you this right now. Do I think Bravo knew? I think Bravo did know. Now, since this finale, Bravo producers have been coming out and saying, we did not know. They're really putting the narrative out there that they did not know. I think they knew. Yeah, I do. And a lot of people also think that this might have been the reason why Monica was fired. Because if you didn't hear, Monica has been fired. Now, do I believe that she's fired or she's put on pause? I really honestly feel like if the ratings start to tank, they could very well bring her back. That's what I think. But so there, I honestly do feel like they knew. Monica, they then were talking about the rumors about Angie K and the Greek Mafia. Monica really was trying to work hard to convince Meredith that they had both talked about this information about Angie K. Monica says she didn't send the DMs, but if she did, she would have admitted it, right? Just like you didn't admit that you were Reality Monteith until you were busted, sure. Meredith and Monica both received the same DMs. To be honest with you, I think it was from someone who worked on Reality Monteith, or Monica sent them. Can you believe anything Monica says? When she says, I didn't send them, I don't know that I believe her on that. Listen, and here's another good thing. Andy had said to Monica, listen, you can't say something on camera and then say, I never said it. Because it's there. It's on camera. That is proof that you did say it. So listen, Monica says that she didn't start this rumor, but she did start it. She started it on the show. I mean, she didn't start it out in the streets of Salt Lake City. However, she brought it to light on the show. And she put it out there on national TV. I mean, before she said that, none of us that don't live in Salt Lake City knew about it. So she was the one that put that out there, that rumor about her marriage. And then she was the one who brought up this whole Greek mafia, tax liens, and all this problem, these alleged problems with her business. So she doubled down, and she put all this damning information out there that turns out to be, it looks like it's false, out on TV, and could have very well ruined Angie's marriage or Angie's business. So listen, and then Monica saying, well, I'm not a horrible person. Horrible people kill children. Listen, yes, horrible people do kill children. However, there are also horrible people. Horrible people do a lot of terrible things, not just killing people. I mean, listen, I know horrible people I know people who have not killed people, but they're horrible. So I'm just saying, you might be lumped in there with that crowd of horrible people. Next, they were talking about the black eye and Jen. How did it happen, Heather? Heather says, well, there was a lot of drinking, a lot of booze. The next morning, I wake up, I had this black eye. I don't know how I got it, but it was from Jen. They then showed the video, and this video was worthless. It didn't really show anything. You could not make out what was being said, so Heather narrated it, and it was basically them saying, we got to cover this up. She says, I covered it up and I lied for Jen because I was scared of Jen. I don't know why. Like, was she afraid of retaliation? Retaliation from who? I mean, Jen's in prison. Sharif isn't going to do anything. I mean, who? So Heather apologized. Heather apologized to everybody. She apologized. Andy, to Bravo, to everybody for lying. The worst thing that she did, and she lied everywhere. She lied on book tours. She went out, lied in the media, made up all kinds of stories. And when Andy had brought these stories to light, when he mentioned them, she just laughed. Like, she had said that that's her way of dealing with stuff, and that is through humor. I get it. I get that, because I use humor to deal with a lot of shit. I use humor to deal with most things. But when she at one point said maybe it was a producer, that right there, that was the worst of it all, because that could have gotten someone fired. That could have taken away somebody's ability to support their family. That was disgusting. So listen, my opinion on this whole thing, because when I heard this, I was like, wait a minute. And let me preface this by saying, I am not saying that what Monica did is right. But I'm going to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Because they both lied, but Monica is the only one that's getting fired. And some people were saying, well, maybe Heather's not being fired because she apologized, whereas Monica didn't apologize. Monica came on and is just delusional and is like not seeing anything wrong with what she did. What she did was wrong. I mean, reposting things, terrible things that other people said about these women, that was wrong. But so was Heather, because once again, Heather lied and floated that maybe it was possibly a producer, and they just made the footage go away. Once again, that could have really come back and hurt someone who's relying on this job to raise and to support their family. But if you're gonna fire Monica, then maybe you should look at Heather. I'm just saying, she was really working, and she was really working hard to make sure that she saved her job. So I don't know. I mean, the only thing that I can see as to why Monica was fired is because she did not apologize, and people have said, the ladies have said that they will not film with her. So what do? To be honest with you, I think if they see that it's tanking, that they might bring her back. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But listen, if they don't bring her back, I could see her on two different reality shows. She could be on Traitors. She could be on House of Villains. She would be excellent at both of them, especially House of Villains. So that's just what I think. Why? If you're going to fire one, then you better do it on the other. That's all I'm saying. Watch What Happens Live. Listen, I didn't really watch What Happens Live. Heather was on it. So I didn't watch it, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know what she did. That's the best that Heather has ever looked. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what it was. I don't know if she had some work done, or if it was work from Tanisha. Maybe that's why she didn't let Tanisha go, because if Tanisha did all that, Tanisha is earning her coins. Or if it was, when I first saw her, actually, I was like, oh, is that some Ozempic? So I don't know. She looked good. So that is it. Finally, you got the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion recap and rant. In the comments, let me know what you thought. And with that being said, I love you guys. If nobody told you yet today, they should have by now. It's probably going to be like 8 o'clock once this goes up. But if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there. Please take care of one another. Check in on one another. And also, no matter where you're at, number 1, please be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, please stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for a weekly review, a chit chat, and a reset, a look ahead. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye, guys.